You want to hear this one, folks? No. Okay, but I got one for you. One of the great editorial pages in the media today, Investors Business Daily. You know the sequester, they write, that has cost jobs, says Obama, and gutted investments in education and science and medical research, said Obama. Well, somehow Obama has earmarked $500,000 for Hamas terrorists. Excuse me, make that $500 million or $500 million. Yellow, $500 million for Hamas terrorists. Or to say the Yiddish, Hamas terrorists. Circumventing Congress and with no fanfare, Obama last week issued an executive order. What the hell is this with this guy? Enabling him to send an additional $500 million directly to the Palestinian Authority in the West Bank, much of which you can bet will wind up going to the Iranian-backed Hamas terrorist organization. According to Obama, quote, it's important to the national security interests of the United States to waive the provisions of Congress's legislative restrictions in order to provide funds to the Palestinian Authority. Well, there you go. Like a good Marxist. At the beginning of his first term, Obama promised close to $1 billion in aid to the Palestinian Authority. Then Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton pledged none of it would reach Hamas. But a Hebrew language newspaper has documented that tens of millions of dollars in aid for the Palestinian Authority from Israel ended being used by Hamas for weapons. If Israel can't guarantee its own and it's safe, how can we? What's more, back in February, the president was warning that the meat cleaver of the impending So here we are. Those of you who've been furloughed, those of you in the private sector who've also been affected by the sequester, I would ask you, where did Obama come up with $500 million for terrorist groups? I'm just wondering. Mark, it's not a terrorist group. Oh, of course not. Shoots missiles into Israel. That's not a terrorist group. But in any event, where did they come up with the $500 million? And an executive order, a president can appropriate funds? This is really amazing to me. Country's changed completely. And the Republicans in the Senate are attacking Mike Lee and Rand Paul and Ted Cruz. And by the way, don't get mad at me. I'm going to tell you God's honest truth. I only tell you the truth. I know you're furious at Marco Rubio over this amnesty stuff. And quite frankly, I don't blame you. But that said, man, he's been down the line on everything else, including on this defunding Obamacare. I'm just telling you. Just giving you some information.